Most people work 40 years and then they retire broke, not because they didn't make enough money, but because nobody told them about this one account.
I feel like right now in YouTube, there's not a lot of videos on it. And we want to touch a little bit on it because, especially people in their 20s, they could benefit from this. Knowing this one thing can make you a millionaire by the time you're 65, 60 ish. And so, this is definitely something that you have to do. And why? Why is Roth IRA a great account? Well, the first one is compound growth. Compound growth is a vehicle that a lot of people use to become extremely wealthy. And I think that's one of the reasons why you should start doing it now because the earlier the better. Do you have another?
Yeah, you're usually the amount of money you get from Social Security ends up. I was looking this up earlier, and it ends up being around 22 to $23,000 a year. And I don't know, it depends how frugal you are.
Sometimes less.
Yeah, sometimes less, but depending on how frugal you are, for most people and the average retired person, that's not going to be enough to cover your needs, especially at the rate that inflation is going. So it's going to give you retirement funds, and if you started early, if you started at 35, you'll probably have enough to retire and live comfortably. If you start your Roth IRA at the age of 20, or even before that, if you're watching this at 18, 19, if you start before that, you'll live way beyond comfortably. So the biggest benefit, I'd say, it's that it's a tax-free withdrawal. When you're depositing into your Roth IRA, you pay the taxes when you're gaining the income, but when you take it out, you will not pay the taxes on the profits that you made from it.
That's right. And just to kind of touch base on retirement funds, when it comes to Social Security, it was never meant to be a income replacement or like a retirement income. It was actually meant to be something way different. So keep in mind that that can always go away. There's a lot of people out there that say that it won't exist in a few years, and there's a slight chance. So keep that in mind. So you might not have anything by the time we're 60. When it comes to paying taxes, right? They will automatically withdraw it from your check. And so you'll pay taxes up front versus paying taxes later throughout your life. And statistically speaking, you'll probably be making more then. So they'll take more. So it's more convenient for them to take them now because it just gets it out of the way. And the money that you have on the account is tax free.
Especially because most people, by the later stages in their career or by the time they're retired, they're usually in a higher tax bracket, obviously. When you're starting working fast food, you're going to be in a lower tax bracket, obviously, that someone who's in a corporate account, in a corporate, not account, in a corporate job that's at a manager level or at a director level, whichever one you are, but you're more likely to be at a higher tax bracket by the time you retire than you are now.
And keep in mind that compound is really great because $1 today is worth 25 by the age of 65. And so same thing goes if you start investing 35, then $1 will be worth around 5 to $10 at age 35. So if you invest that same dollar at that same age, that's how much it would be worth. So it's better to start earlier by a mile. That's kind of one of our why nows because you get advantage of all the compound growth, and it's very
Yeah.
makes people rich.
It's just as important to start now as it is important to start your Roth IRA, because every day or every week that your investment isn't compounding is essentially money you're losing. And but I don't think enough people see it like that. They see it as money that maybe they're not gaining, but it's also money that they can move, but it's also at the same time money you're losing because you're losing the opportunity to start compounding or gaining passive income from your investments. The sooner you start, the more you will earn passively. And the Roth IRA or the stock market that you're going to be investing, it's not going to wait for you to be ready. It's going to keep moving. And usually, not always, but usually it's moving forward and it's growing constantly.
That's right. And so yeah, I want to emphasize that a little bit as well. The sooner you start, the more money you'll make when you are close to those retiring ages. And by the time, or when you're around that age, you'll thank yourself that you did so.
Yeah. A good place to start and how you're going to go open your Roth IRA. And I know I didn't write this down, but you should go open it with a trusted account, whether it be, I think you've used Charles Schwab before. They're pretty well known for retirement accounts. I have my Roth IRA with Fidelity. I've always had it through there, never had any issues. I think, and from research I've done between ChatGPT and between Claude, for me, for sure, Fidelity is the easiest way to trade or have your retirement accounts. It's the easiest way to have them all together, and it's the best way to not get as many fees.
Right. Okay. When it comes to that as well, yeah, I've used Charles, and then I'm also gonna switch to Fidelity.
Vanguard is a good option as well if you're going to invest in Vanguard stocks. Vanguard won't charge, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Vanguard doesn't charge you fees on stuff. I think VOO is a Vanguard index.
I believe they do, but it's very low.
It's lower than if you get it through Fidelity or through accounts that are not theirs.
Right. Yeah, so the point is that it doesn't matter which account you start with, or it does, but I think it's more important for you to start more than anything. And there's people right now as we speak that are, putting money into their, 401ks or Roth IRAs, and they don't know anything about this, which is okay. But the point of this video is for you to at least leave the video with some type of knowledge.
And if you're watching this today, I'm going to challenge you to go and at least open your account, at least put $50 today. You don't have to do the full 625 that we'll get to that you should do every month, but go do your research on what you're going to like more, whether it be Fidelity, whether it be Charles Schwab or Vanguard or whatever works best for you. Go and open your account before you even finish this video. Go open it, put $50 in it, invest it in an index fund, and come back here.
If your goal is to invest eventually, this is a great time for you to start doing it, because you cannot open a Roth IRA with your employer. You have to open it on your end. And your employer has an option where it's called a 401 Roth IRA, which is kind of like the same thing, but they won't let you put all the money. You want to have your separate account is what I'm trying to say. So make sure you open it by yourself, and you can put money there where you'll control the amount of money that you can put in. Now, in terms of more technical stuff, they do have a new annual limit.
Yeah.
That you actually just told me about.
Yeah. They just increased the annual limit. It was, I think, 7,000 flat. They increased it to 7,500. That's how much you can legally invest in a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA account, which we'll talk on the difference more in another video. But if you're investing in an IRA account, your limit this year, instead of 7,000, it's 7,500. So a lot of people, or a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people making financial advice on this, they stick to invest $500 a month. Now, to hit your limit, you have to do $625 every month to hit the limit, which is basically going to help keep up with inflation. They increased it, so it should be about $625 every month. There's a few ways you should do it. Number one, save the $625 every month from your paycheck. So if you get 2 paychecks a month, that's $315.
Right.
Every paycheck that you're saving. Let's say you're getting 1,000, 2,000, shouldn't be too much. Sometimes you probably have expenses, and if you have those expenses to where you can't save the $315 every paycheck, do it through a side hustle. A little thing that I like to do, and I know you like to do it as well, doing DoorDash as a side hustle to hit your $500 or now your $625 a month to invest into your Roth IRA every month. That's something that is going to make it a lot easier if your primary income is already locked.
That's 100% sure. And you can also, do DoorDash. You can also do a bunch of side hustles The point is that you get the extra money to put into that, and you don't have to necessarily, obviously, max it out, preferably so. But if you can even put, let's say, $10 a month, which is very minimal, I'm pretty sure most people watching this video can. The point is that you make it consistent and you build a habit to do so, for when you do start making more money, which statistically speaking you will, you're able to contribute more and more and more, and you keep growing your account, and you're able to provide income to that 65-year-old version of you, and you don't have to work as hard, because physically your body is going to be more fatigued. It's going to take longer for you to, get out of bed. You're going to start having injuries more frequently, as well as your brain slows down. I would say, I think it's starting at age 30-ish is when it starts slowing down. And so, keeping that in mind, I think that's a cool way to end the video, because we do have a really good video as well on, I think it's 5 money mistakes
To avoid
to
in your
avoid in your
20s.
20s. Yes. And if you avoid those, you're pretty much already gonna be the average person out there. So we'll put it somewhere here. I don't
Yeah.
know where the editor will
We'll
put it.
we'll put it here, but
Yeah.
it'll make it easier to save for your 401k and your future self, and it's hard to be disciplined enough to open your 401k. So before you click out of this video, go open your account. You'll do it today. If you don't do it today, the odds are probably going to decrease of you doing it ever. So go do it today, open it, invest right now, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.